FinTech Nation, it is day 35. We are officially at the halfway point, if you can believe it. Halfway there, 5 weeks in, 5 weeks to go. I guess I could say congratulations, okay? But you see how fast these 5 weeks went? These next 5 weeks are gonna go even faster. Okay, let's get right into some questions. I still have a ton. And I want to remind you guys to keep sending me your feedback every, latest by Monday night, okay? Send me all your questions that you have. Okay, so the question that I want to answer yesterday, which is a great question, is cured meat. So a few questions. What are my thoughts? Is it a processed food? Pretty much curing was a way of preserving the meat, obviously without freezing it, right? So back in the day, they used to salt meats, and that would help to preserve it. I don't know exactly how much longer it preserves it, but it does go on for quite some time. When you dehydrate the meat, you help to preserve it, essentially. Okay, but cured meat goes beyond that today, and this includes things like spicing and sugaring and smoking and all that kind of stuff. For sure, sugaring doesn't preserve the meat. Not that I know of. I really would be surprised if that's the case. Depending on what spice you're using, maybe that does. Smoking it, I don't think that preserves it either. But the interesting thing to note here is, and this doesn't necessarily mean anything, but the World Health Organization does classify cured meat as a carcinogen. Okay, that is, it is a cancer-causing form of food. Now, I don't know if that's true, to be honest with you. Again, we have to see cause and effect to say something. I mean, there might be suspicion around it, but I mean, who knows? This would probably be more, like, the data that points towards this would be probably more epidemiological type data, okay? Which the problem with that is it's just like, or I should say more correlation data, not epidemiological, but more correlation data, sorry. Where it's like, there can be so many variables that are causing cancer in an individual, but one is picked out of all of them. And why it's picked, who knows, right? So, there's definitely, for sure, I can tell you 100%, there's no cause and effect for this. So, before you get worried if you're eating cured meat, before you get worried and think, oh, I'm eating something that's cancer causing, I think that's a bit of, now, I mean, it might be true, but I think that the evidence is probably far from. I have not looked into it. But usually when they deem a food, unless it's a very specific additive, but when they just deem a food as carcinogenic, I think it's really hard to say. Now, if they're using things like sodium nitrite or potassium nitrate, okay, those I think have been proven to be carcinogenic. Okay, so if you have a cured meat that's using those preservatives, then maybe you want to watch out for that. Okay, but simply taking a meat and then exposing it to, say, sodium in and of itself and preserving it that way, I can't see that being carcinogenic in any way. Okay, again, not saying I know for sure, but I mean, you got to really show me the evidence before you make a claim like that. Okay. cGMP, okay, Certified Goods Manufacturing Practices. This is a label that goes on it goes on some of the natural supplements that you can buy. It basically means that it's made in a pharmaceutical factory, which means that it's had to abide by pharmaceutical standards to be put together, which means what's on the label is in the bottle, and the purity is pretty much 100%. Okay, If you don't have that, then it's kind of fair game. It's the Wild West, so to speak. The question is, I think this person had a brand, one specific brand, and he noticed that one product was cGMP, or it had the stamp, and one didn't have that stamp. And his question was, is it product-based or is it brand-based? Well, that's a good question. I don't see why it couldn't be just product-based. So, for example, I've known of companies, for example, that have some of their products made at one type of factory and some of their products made at another type of factory. And so it's very possible that one of those types of factories where some of the products are made is cGMP certified, and then the other one is not. So it's very possible. Now, I would think that as a brand, though, you would want to be, you'd want to try to have all your products cGMP certified. So I don't know why it's not on the label on one of your products. Well, it's not pharmaceutical grade for sure. And why it's on one of their other products? Maybe they made the switch. Maybe that's their brand now, or was their brand. I don't know. But I can tell you for sure it comes with a cost. So if you buy a cGMP certified product, like any of the Magna products that I carry, those are cGMP certified. You end up paying for it. The products are a little bit more expensive, and with good reason. If you ever buy a product and it's way cheaper, and they claim that it's the same thing as a bunch of other brands that are cGMP, it's probably not. Okay, it's probably not. It's probably not. I should clarify. It's probably not the purity that they're stating that it is. Okay. Okay. Mess of the day. And listen, this is a great one for the middle here because, it's one of my favorites. As I said, as we approach the middle of this challenge, and it goes like this: do you know what the difference is between a master and a student? The master has failed more times than the student has even tried. Okay? I'll say it again. Do you know what the difference is between a master and a student? A master has failed more times than the student has even attempted. Okay? Keep trying. Keep working. This is, like I said, this will be the difference between success and, of course, I hate to use the word failure because you can always change. You can always turn things around. But between success and between things not happening, okay? Between things happening and things not happening, it's the matter of you doing. It's the matter of you trying, okay? Trying enough that you're doing, okay, obviously, okay? When I say trying, I mean that you're doing, okay? So keep trying. That's the moral story. I'm going to keep preaching this. It sounds so trite, but it's so true. It sounds so trite, but it's so true. Okay, submit, commit, day 35. Positive energy, positive vibes. Give some daily gratitude, and as always, believe in yourself. And hopefully I'll see you guys on Monday. Or maybe in Martina's classes on the weekend outside, who knows. All right, we'll talk to you guys all very soon. Have a wonderful weekend. See you guys.